Welcome to Brandventures, the podcast that's going to take you into the world of adventurous brands. I'm your host, Gustavo, and I'm going to take you guys on a journey with me to discover new brands that are making a difference in today's market. Join me as we dive into the minds of fearless entrepreneurs behind the brands, discover the secret to their success and how they turn their passion into a profitable business. So sit back, relax, and get ready for an exciting adventure into the world of brand innovation on the Brandventures podcast. GP5, production for adventurous brands. Hey guys, welcome to the Brandventures, the show that's going to take you into the world of adventurous brands. And today we have Val LaForge, a dynamic adventurer and esteemed rider for the Swirl Girls Surf Skate Team, residing in Venice. Val's passion for skateboarding, surfing, and traveling complements her sharp business acumen. Her expertise in leveraging sports and adventure in market research and social media strategies sparked notable growth in engaging brand collaboration. Welcome to the Brandventures, Val.
Thank you. I'm so excited to be here.
Awesome. We're super excited to have you. Tell me a little bit about you. You're from Northern California, right?
Yeah, so I grew up on an 80-acre ranch in Sonoma County, which is about an hour north of San Francisco, in a little town called Occidental, which not very many people know. But yeah, I grew up in the country. My family had horses and like every animal you could possibly think of. And yeah, I grew up playing soccer. I actually didn't start skateboarding until I was 22 years old.
That's great. And I also heard that you were in the military also, right?
I ended up going to Marine Officer Candidate School, which was the gnarliest, most insane adventure of my entire life. I spent that summer in Quantico, Virginia, training with all of the smartest, most talented, most athletic people in the U.S. I actually graduated number 1 in physical fitness out of like guys and girls.
Oh, no way.
So I graduated with 99.8% in physical fitness. And I think the next closest guy was like 99.2% or 99% or something. So out of everyone who completed the training, I graduated number 1, which was crazy.
So you're like G.I. Jane, surf skater. This is great.
Yeah, this was like all pre-surfing and skating. This was like, I was a soccer player, but I think like the background and the foundation in soccer of just being able to run forever, just having the discipline, being a team player, these were all things that helped me succeed at Marine Officer Candidate School, because it's not like when you're in that environment, it's not only about you. It's like really about the team and keeping people alive. Like that's what you're doing, is learning how to lead people in and out of danger in this like safest way possible. After college, I kind of felt like I was over soccer. So I traveled I think I was traveling for like 8 months. I finished my master's program in Japan. And so I ended up going to New Zealand and playing on this semi-pro soccer team.
Oh, wow.
And there was like a group of 4 or 5 girls from this team that were all skateboarders. I wasn't so convinced until they like got me on a skateboard the first time. And I was like, oh my God, this is literally the coolest thing I've ever done. I instantly fell in love with it. And it was the first time maybe ever in my life that I tried something and I was like I get chills even talking about it. I was like, this is for me. Like this is literally, like I was having dreams about it. I would literally wake up in the morning and like grab my skateboard and go practice skating. This was something new that I had never really found in my life, was a community of women who were supporting each other and like teaching each other there was no competition. It was just about fun and adventure and finding new spots to skate and new streets that were like perfectly paved.
I think skating is like a very individual sport. So it's like you up against yourself and everybody,
Exactly.
it's up against themselves, honestly.
Exactly. We were talking a little bit earlier about like our highest selves, and like when we're in our highest selves, like that's our purpose. When we're like doing the things that we're good at, the things that like set our souls on fire, and like those two paths cross. Like I think that's really where our highest self is, and that's where we're meant to like continue in that direction. And I feel like that's one thing that I've always done a good job of throughout my life, is like staying in that place and like saying yes to opportunities that feel good and in alignment. And like each opportunity that I've said yes to has led me to the next big opportunity that's like continued to set my soul on fire, and also to be with it, like within my purpose.
Yeah, and it falls into place. Can you tell me what was your biggest challenge that you've had in your career?
Yeah, I feel like the biggest challenge, and something that I've been sort of trying to find a balance with lately, is living my life authentically, doing all the things I love, while also um, like portraying myself on social media and using social media as a platform and a tool to continue to do the things I love. And I feel like that can be a hard balance, because it's like you have to document your life, you have to showcase what you're doing, who you are, in order to like work with all these different brands. I don't know, it can definitely be a challenge sometimes. Like I hate being on my phone. I hate like having to film stuff all the time, or just having to like document everything, like, cuz one thing that really got me to this place is being so present and doing all the things I love with the passion that I have. And sometimes it can be a challenge to be like, hold on, like let's get a video of this. Like can you take a video of me skating this hill, or can you know, like sometimes that can feel like it's not uh authentic, but I think also I've found a way to make it feel as authentic as possible, because really what I'm doing is so authentic to me.
I can relate because there's I'm a filmmaker, so you know I'm supposed to be filming at all times and everything I do, and it's hard for me to be present when I go on trips because I want to be able to shoot.
Totally.
I'm like always encountering this situation where like I either have to be here now or like with the camera for the future, and so it's very hard to balance that.
Yeah.
It's not easy to be present when you gotta be on camera all the time.
2 years ago when I moved to Venice, I had like 1,000 followers on Instagram. Like I was never like shooting videos with the intent of like posting them on Instagram ever. Never ever. It was always just like, oh, we're going on this road trip. Like, oh, dude, that looks sick. Like, let me take a video. And like, I probably have like thousands of videos that have never been posted on Instagram. And it's only recently been like, oh, now I have to like take a video in this shirt, or like I have to make this cool video for this brand. And so that's like such a recent challenge for me, you know? And I feel like nowadays, like people have to be models, they have to be filmers, they have to be editors, they have to be marketing managers. Like people's personal brands are just like the most, you have to be so well-rounded at everything, which is, that is the challenge, you know what I mean? The challenge is being yourself while also being a videographer, a filmer, an editor, like all of these things.
Yeah, no, that's the way that I'm looking at it now as a creator, you know, a filmer. I've been a cinematographer and for 12 years already, and the way that I see it playing out very well is like I plan my whole year in advance as much as I can. I leave gaps for these special moments or these traveling moments that also create good content. And I started to build a team around it. A good editor, a good producer, and a content manager are your best friends. And then you can really plan and create enough content to last you for a long time.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah. Let me ask you, what is it like becoming a pro athlete?
Like, I don't know, it's hard to see myself as a pro athlete. Like when I think of pro athlete, I think of like soccer, you know, like Messi and like Alex Morgan and like because I was in the soccer world for so long. And so when I think of pro athlete, I think of waking up at 6 a.m. and lifting weights, training at 2 p.m. till 4 p.m., then ice bath, and like such a rigid structure. So like the athlete life as far as skateboarding goes is so different because we make our own schedule. There's no training that we have to attend. There's no mandatory weights. There's no trainer that's like looking after us and our injuries. There's no games that we have to go to on the weekends. So I feel like I can speak for myself and my own experiences. But also my boyfriend is a pro skater who was in the Olympics. So like I kind of have that experience of like being with him and just seeing how he does like pro athlete life of a skater. But yeah, it really comes down to self-discipline and motivation and passion, because no one's telling you what to do at any point. There's no one that's telling me I have to skate every day. There's no one that's telling me I have to stretch. There's no one that's like telling me what to eat. And like I don't have a nutritionalist like I did in college. Like I feel like our society and our world really sees sports, like organized sports, as so important. Like my college, I had a trainer that came to every soccer practice, every game, every event. I had a nutritionalist who was telling us exactly what to eat, how much protein we should be eating. I had a coach, an assistant coach, a volunteer assistant. Like I had so much support. I had tutors for every class I needed help in. Like I just had like a whole team behind me, like making sure I was the best athlete I could possibly be. So really skateboarding is an activity of the heart. Like we're doing it because we love it. We're not doing it because someone's telling us to do it. And I think that's also what makes skateboarding such a different activity than any other, organized sports like soccer, football, basketball, volleyball. I'm just like a skater that has so much fun doing it and like bringing people together through skating, and people love watching me skate for whatever reason.
Well, I can tell you, you look like you're having a lot of fun, and
I
you're always
am.
smiling, and and you really sense the energy from the videos that you're completely having a blast.
Exactly.
Athletes are like a brand, right? Um, it's yourself, right? Your personalized brand, and you have to
Yeah,
develop from the inside out. And you have to train, and you have to follow, a certain set of goals, whatever those are. Especially in skateboarding, it seems like the lines are very blurred, because it's like this punk attitude, right? Where we just do it for the love of it. The background, everything's graffitied up. There's an excitement. There's, people that from all walks of life with, long hair, blue hair, green hair, piercings, tattoos, and it's unconventional. But if you treat yourself like a brand, and you really look at yourself from the outside in, uh, you can design your path, and you can create a very authentic route, a very a path that nobody's walked before, and nobody has to walk again.
totally.
So
Yeah.
it's like trailblazing adventure on the city.
I really have to give like so much um, props to Girl Swirl, because they really did carve a way for women in skateboarding. Like before Girl Swirl, even when I first started skating at the beginning of Girl Swirl, I would go to skate parks and I would never see girls there. I would go to my home park in Northern California. There were never girls there. Until really recently did women really have a space in the skate community. And Girl Swirl made skateboarding fun. Girl Swirl made skateboarding like more of a lifestyle, more of a place where you don't have to be the best. You can show up, be who you are. You can show up as a beginner and just like have fun doing it. And I really think that that is such a special community that Girl Swirl's created, and it isn't like the core skate community, because there is a really core skate community that's like fucking like, if you're not bleeding, if you're not getting hurt, like you're not a skater. But Girl Swirl's like, no, we're like our slogan is the world's okayest skater. It's like we're not trying to be the best skaters, we're just like trying to enjoy ourselves and be better than we were yesterday. And I really think that's such a new vibe in the skate community that didn't exist before Girl Swirl. And so like Girl Swirl's really created our own niche skate community. Like,
Yeah, and I feel like that feminine energy is really well represented. Like you don't have to, like you said, bleed out or bust her tooth out or get hurt to have fun. And
exactly.
I was really really attracted to the girl swirl movement because I see us, I see a genuine happiness coming across the team, and like everybody
Yeah.
is so involved in the community and bringing people together.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm a big fan.
Yes, me too. I'm still fangirling over them. Um, but I really like what you said about like bringing the femininity into it, because girl, like, we are such a representation of the feminine, and to bring the feminine into the skate community is like so refreshing, because the skate community can be so hardcore. So like bringing girls into the space, and that's the thing that Girls World offers, is like you don't have to like dress like a skater does. You can show up however, with whatever style you want. Like we have girls skating in dresses. We have girls skating in skirts, and like whatever, however you want to show up as a skater. Like you're a skater. It's not like you have to wear skinny jeans, baggy clothes to be a skater. Like you can just be yourself and be a skater. And I think what you were saying about the community and like the vibe that we bring, it's so authentic. And most girls that come to our group skates will be like, yeah, it's so like we just really do show up for each other, and to like to like bring women into the skate community and elevate them, empower them through skateboarding. Like it's so beautiful to see people like grow in their confidence, in their power, like through this sport that was like so male dominant for so long, just to like reclaim some of that power and be like, we're skaters too. Like it's really cool to see.
No, and I like it. I like the perspective because the women with the power struggle, that's like a trending topic right now. There's a lot of equality for women and all these claims of equality, right? And I feel like that femininity is different from masculinity. Like there's definitely we're on the same level but in different places, right? And we really saying that we're equal is it's hard to pin it, right? It's because we're so different, and I feel like the girls world captures that essence of the difference between the common ground, which is skateboarding, right? And the sport.
The skate community really does support you. You don't have to be the best skater. It's all about just getting better than the person or the skater you were yesterday, and showing up each day. Like you don't have to be an amazing skater to be a skater. You just have to show up every day,
Yeah.
like practice what you're practicing, try to get better, and people give you the credit. Like if you're showing up every day and you're just learning how to ollie, the best skater at the park is going to be like, dude, that was a sick ollie. Like that was so good. It's not like they're like, oh, you can just ollie. It's like people see you for where you are and where you're going, and they really support you in that journey. And I think that's so unique to skating. Like girls will just be learning how to roll down the snake run, and every skater in the park is like cheering for them, because we're not like competing against each other, which is kind of what we talked about in the beginning. We really are only competing against ourselves and the person we were yesterday. And so I think skateboarding and the skate community is a testament to that. especially being a woman in the skate community, I can't speak for the male perspective, but being a woman in the skate community, I've felt so much support from all skaters of all like backgrounds.
If you had to introduce yourself to the world, what would you say about yourself?
I'm just a person trying to enjoy life to the fullest. I'm just an adventurer, like trying to seek happiness in every moment and following whatever my heart is being called to. What keeps me so light in this world is like trying new things all the time and just like reinventing myself, re-inspiring myself. And yeah, that's a really difficult question. Like, how would you describe yourself to the world?
Oh, okay.
I want to hear an example.
Oh, wow. My name is Gustavo. I am a Venezuelan filmmaker with a passion for creating music and videos and creating at all times. I'm a creator.
Ooh, nice.
I wouldn't consider myself the most talented, but I am the most persistent at what I like to do, which is creating.
Oh, that was beautiful.
Thank you for coming to the Brandventures. It's so lovely to have you on, and I can't wait to see more stuff from you and the Swirl Girls and the trips that you guys take and how you guys are really shaping the skateboarding community. So big love from the Brandventures.
Yeah, thank you so much, and I'll talk to you soon. I can't wait to watch it.
GP5, production for adventurous brands.